Hello.
Hello, my loves. Welcome to Zeke's Lunchbox. We hit 10K yesterday. That's not even all of them. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Zeke's Lunchbox. It's the end of 2019. That year went so quick. I'm gonna do a little self-indulgent video, top 10 moments in this year, but they'll mostly be in chronological order of highlights that have happened this year. This year's been a really smooth, calm year. Last year was quite hectic, moving to a new city and like getting my bearings, getting my footing. I launched straight into full-time work with Zeke's Lunchbox. So it was a scary ass year. This year was very much about like smooth sailing and, you know, par for the course kind of momentum. Chronological order, let's start with the very top. I finished my all-time favorite painting, Hypnose. I absolutely love the colors in it. It's been such a big headway for me to make a painting like that. I think just having lots of different characters in it, it's truly been one of my most favorite paintings that I've ever made, if not the most favorite painting I've made. Mwah, beautiful. If I can just do a tiny little plug, that painting is available on my shop as a print and a sticker. FYI. I did my very first art talk, or I guess like keynote speaker talk. This is probably the most prominent thing that happened to me this year. It still strikes so much fear into my heart when I think about it, and I really wince and cringe when I think back on that talk. Oh, I don't know if I ever want to do another keynote talk. I feel like it's a good path for me, but it's honestly so terrifying. I don't know. If I was asked again, I'm not sure what my answer would be. I think I'd probably say yes, to be honest, because why the hell would I say no? But still, strikes so much fear in my heart. I did Supernova. It was my very first con. I learned a lot from that market, and I think doing events in real life, not just putting stuff out on the internet, as a business and as a creative, I think are essential. In-person feedback straight away. It's the quickest way you're gonna learn what works and what doesn't. 2020, I'm hoping I can do quite a lot of markets, but as soon as the tarot card project is done, I'm doing all of the events. But also I got to meet a couple of you guys. It really solidified that YouTube was a proper career to me. And I also went in with the goal of hopefully networking with some other artists, and lucky enough, put that energy out into the world, and that happened for me. I met an incredible artist called Mel Macklin. Please follow her on Instagram. She is incredible, and she also started an art group that we meet up in every fortnight, which has been so essential to my art growth and my art practice. So, you know, when people are like, you should network, it's really important. Like, truly, it is so important. Something that happened to me earlier in the year with the art talk, that opportunity then got me the workshop that I held with Workshop Melbourne. Because I did my talk at Workshop in Sydney, I then got that opportunity to do a workshop in Melbourne. So saying yes to these sort of opportunities has a bit of a roll-on effect. Doing that workshop was a really good learning opportunity for me to figure out exactly what value I give to people consuming my techniques and my art practice. I learned a lot from it, and I was meant to do another workshop this year, but I couldn't quite commit to it. This year my biggest goal was to not take on too much, so I was actively saying no to a couple of things because it was starting to get a little bit too stressful. I finished my sketchbook. The sketchbook tour videos I feel like have been the biggest reason why I have a following on YouTube. Sketchbook content in general is probably a big reason why a lot of people have followed me. Going into 2020, I'm hoping to make a lot more of that content for you guys. And sketchbook stuff is just, I feel, one, relatable, but also you get to see like behind the scenes, which is something that everybody really values. Sketchbook content, it's essential. Not so much an event, but I refined my merch. This art group that I have been in, we've all been discussing how to, refine our merchandise. I think for me, merchandise has been something I've been wanting to really hone in for a while. As you can see my new celestial pins right here. It's a market that's incredibly saturated, but I still feel like I have something of value to put into the marketplace. This is something that I will hopefully be refining more and more in the future. And yeah, I'm really happy that I actually made good headway with that. That was a goal that I had for 2019. I learned more life-work balance. I was really strict about saying no, as I mentioned, but I was also really strict about having my proper days off be days off. In the past, I would just have my days off, but they'd still be work days, to be quite frank. And now I've been a lot more strict with that. That's a personal highlight and goal that I really wanted to tackle, and I'm really happy that I've been really strict about it. I can't tell you how important it is to try and strive for that balance a little bit more. Let's talk about some hard facts, and that is some numbers. We like to tell ourselves that they don't mean anything, but they're like really hard indicators of milestones. So let me just chat about a couple of milestone numbers and stats to you guys. I know this sounds freaking boring. I promise it's not. So I made over 500 sales on my store. I feel like that's okay. That's just for my new website. That was surprising to me, and I'm really happy about that. And I'm hoping that we can do that again next year. This is me being incredibly honest with you guys now, so I hope you value this honesty. I was at 9,000 subs earlier this year, and now we're almost at 20,000 subs. So we've grown considerably this year, and I'm really hoping we can like double that next year and get to 30K subs, if not more. I'd love to be at 100K subs at some point. That was a goal that I had earlier this year, was to get to 20K, so we're almost there. I'm really excited. And speaking of YouTube, we ticked over 500,000 views. That number is insane to me. Obviously those 500,000 views aren't all unique views, but a lot of them are, and it's kind of wild that I'm reaching so many different little pockets of the internet. I made so much art. I really learnt to prioritize so much this year. That's been my biggest highlight of saying no and prioritizing. I'm really hoping 2020 I can continue doing that and really thrive next year. I'm hoping everything that I've just discussed is just on an upwards trajectory and I don't plateau too much. And yeah, I guess I have you guys to thank for that. Honestly, YouTube has been the biggest reason I've been able to go full-time with work and also just really thrive and connect with you as much as possible. And I will be talking about my 2020 goals in the next video. Make sure you subscribe and like, and we can chat about how to tackle 2020 together. Head to the description to follow me on socials, or I'll have them all up on screen here. And yeah, like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have been truly the biggest highlight for me this year. Thank you. Love ya. Bye.